Hey everyone, this is my reaction to the third episode of Hibike Euphonium. And last episode, we are definitely now a part of our musical club, and we kind of get some stuff established, like who's playing what, and also the overall kind of direction of the club. Like, are we going to be hardcore serious, aim for nationals, or are we just going to be kind of chill and just nice, go at our own pace, not worry about much, just to have a good time. And we made a decision. We had a nice little voting round, right? And yeah, Kumiko, she was pretty adamant about not playing the Euphonium, but she ended up playing the Euphonium. I don't think anyone's really surprised by that. It's also kind of in line with her character. Somewhat similar thing happened with the club in general. You know, did initially not big on the idea, but eventually joined anyway. So we got that established. She is in fact going to play the UFO. And we had a little bit of talking with Reina. That was good too, and a really nice moments of talking with the one girl whose name I don't remember. But all the scenery shots and stuff, and the environment was great for sure. That was the thing that I noticed most about that scene, honestly. But still, I'm sure the conversation was good too. Anyway, we're here for episode 3, so let's jump on in and see exactly how that goes. 3, 2, 1, play. That was not one of my better intros, but oh well. Yeah, that's one of the biggest things that was brought up. Disappears in a blink of an eye. So make the most of it, because you don't get a second chance at it. Those high school years. You just have to live vicariously through them, like through anime characters living it. The second best thing. You know, if I didn't know this was a Kyoto Animation show going into it, I probably could have guessed fairly quickly. I kind of feel confident on that. Still a really good opening. Wish I had more to say about it, but... Okay, we're back into it. I would move desks around. It's rough. Do your best. She talked to you. Isn't it a nice feeling? Like we've rekindled our friendship. I'm sorry, I didn't know. Yes, abdominal breathing. The first ensemble. Right, that makes sense. Should I be taking notes on this stuff? Right. We're taking a lot of things into consideration. I see. Don't ruin it, man. Right. I guess it doesn't get much more basic than breathing practice. But it's definitely important, especially if you are using a wind instrument. The wind comes from you. Okay, don't suffocate over there, girl. Are you okay? And don't overthink breathing, just, you know. Never seen someone struggle with breathing so much. Well, unless they were like drowning or something. Yeah, I guess that's impressive. I mean, I can't breathe that well. Oh, partner. I like the sound of that. She is always so high tension. Okay. Don't hurt yourself. I'm sure she'll figure it out. Ooh. That is indeed a tuba. Ooh. Yeah, I think we see that in the opening. I think it's huge. Like, literally bigger than her. Well, the camera was in there, that was probably why. Okay. George. I guess that's a fitting name. They kind of do that in KO, and it's fine. Just name it Tubby. Okay, that was a terrible laugh, but... tuba cup. Ooh, that does look pretty good. Here you go. I don't know. Just, yeah. Really trying to bring it to life, I guess. Can do, boss. Already 5 o'clock. Come get me when you're good enough. Okay, I sure. Don't ask me. Okay, so that's good. A festival worshipping the sun. I know, right? Not something most guys are gonna care about. I hope for the best. Ooh, we got a thingy. Oh, wow, it's okay. It's like a little instrument gotcha thingy. Is she gone? Oh, wow, she's lagging behind. Can somebody help me carry this? Anybody? Are you having fun there? Indirect Kisu. Wow, she's way better blowing than you are. Which is expected, she has more experience, you know, for middle school. You know, I'm trying my best not to make lewd jokes in this show because of the kind of show this is and the kind of audience it probably has, but they're really tempting me. Home sweet home can finally set this thing down. I have missed you on H-Chum. Yeah, it couldn't be helped. So yeah, things seem a bit awkward between these two. I bet. Yeah, that would be important. Some of these instruments are just so big, they had to be such a pain to deal with. Yeah, especially Kumiko. She looks a bit not in a good mood. Is that a bit of a sore spot? Yeah, I think we may have stepped on a bit of a landmine there. I'm not sure. I feel like I'm just watching her. I feel with so much anxiety that thing's just gonna fall on her and crush her. Okay. What's up? Well... Yeah, see, there are some instruments that are more of a manageable size, but I guess not everything can be that way. I mean, that seemed pretty good to me. What was that? You okay? I mean, it wasn't like 10 out of 10 or anything, but... Yeah, tell me not to bother me when you guys still suck. Uh, Crap, Sentei's picking on me. Okay, yeah, that's pretty much what my guess would have been. Tell us what part of our thingy sucks, Sensei. Damn. you all just kind of suck, so yeah, that is a good point. You said you were gonna aim high, so you kinda have to really deliver and practice. Man, this guy does not hold back. I had a feeling I was gonna say that, but jeez. He's like, he hasn't said anything wrong, so you can't really be mad at the guy, but damn. I'm sure some people can, but... Is he serious when wants to practice? Who does this guy think he is? Yeah, but how'd you do? I mean, you guys should practice, yes. I'm glad she's in this show. I know I've said that before, but especially when the mood gets low like it is now, her high-tension personality, her cuteness, it's very much appreciated. It wasn't good. It wasn't good. You waiting for us? Can I help you? Are we third wheels? Right. I knew something must have happened. Explains why we suck so much now. Yeah, I can definitely see a lack of enthusiasm. Like, I don't... We gotta do something about this club. Which Kumiko might be the one to do. On what basis? Yeah, I found your secret meeting. Yeah, you conspiring over here? Yeah, I come on a zoo, alright. The optimistic part of me was slaughtered brutally. Things are not going well. What to do about our conductor as if it's his fault. He has kind of a problem class here. That is a good question. I feel like we landed on a sinking ship with this club. It's really not. It's very much a group thing. Because like if you're like at a club where it's very much a group sort of activity, and some people just don't care, aren't putting in the work, like what do you do about that? I mean, you kind of can't really accept that if you want to get anywhere. Being on the same page is very important with this sort of thing. I would not have guessed that. That's kind of like having a bit of a blank slate that you can build on, essentially. If something's barren, you just fill it up. But yeah, she played that very well, as expected. Wow. Awake now. I guess that's how she gets out her frustrations. And that is where we end the episode on. You know, they probably wouldn't be running nearly as quickly if they were carrying their instruments. Still love the hugging in this scene. Don't get tangled in that, girls. Like if she wants to make sure we see the red string. And that's that. Okay. Well, that was the third episode of Hibike Euphonium. So, I mean, the first episode, it was all about getting the new school, getting established, convincing her to join this this ensemble music club thingy. right? That was the big thing on episode 1. Also, of course, getting the basic backstory stuff, you know, what's her ties to Reina, all of that stuff. That was episode 1. Episode 2 was actually getting, you know, starting to get integrated into the club itself, getting things established club-wise. And yeah, pretty much essentially that, right? And this episode was more like really trying to come together as a club. Well, that's not exactly the best way to phrase it. Like, the previous episode was very surface level, right? But this episode, we actually went a bit deeper into the club and kind of some of its history, because the big issue we've had is like a bunch of people quitting. Like as soon as I don't remember who asked. Somebody asked like why we don't have a whole lot of second years or whatever, and you could very much tell that everyone had kind of a reaction to that, right? The atmosphere. If you could read the mood at all, you could tell that there was something happened. She stepped on a bit of a landmine there. There was some incident that made everyone uncomfortable as soon as it was brought up. They were reminded of it. Right, and pretty much that's the crux of things, right? And I mean, the big issue with the club is that we're not really coming together very well. There's just too much disagreements, not on the same page, even getting somewhat antagonistic with our club advisor, conductor, whatever you want to call him, right? Like some people seem to like take issue with him despite the fact that he's not said or done anything wrong, right? He just wants, he doesn't expect anything beyond what they should do, if that makes sense, right? Like they're the ones that raise their hands saying that they wanted to go to nationals, like, and that comes with a certain level of commitment, practice, doing your best, and we're not really seeing that with some of the students, some of the girls, some of the what's the word, club members. That's the word I was looking for, right? Just the phrase like no meaning or no point, however you want to translate it, that was brought up a decent amount during the episode, and that's kind of telling with the overall mood of the club. Basically, things can't really stand the way they are right now. We gotta get something figured out. We gotta do something, right, to kind of save this club, because I described it as a sinking ship, and that really is kind of what it feels like to a certain extent. I think it's nothing we can't recover from, but we're like at the bottom of a potential recovery, right? We gotta get started with that, is pretty much the thing. Kumiko, our main girl, has joined the club, and usually when a main character joins a club or group that's not doing too well, they're usually pretty pivotal, is that the word? Pretty important, like they're an important piece to getting it back on track, and I feel like we're kind of gonna start getting into that pretty quickly. Like, because we were given a pretty simple piece to do. The Marines hymn, I think it was called, something like that. It wasn't even that hard, but like they brought Sensei over to listen to it, and it wasn't great. I do like how he just like doesn't hold back in the slightest, which is funny. Because, you know, Japanese culture, you say people are better than they actually are. It's just kind of it's just a culture thing. So seeing someone just so straight up telling them how it is, how much they suck, like not holding back at all, it was quite something to see, for sure. And some of the students were not exactly super enthusiastic about that, which was kind of funny in itself. But yeah, we need to get things going. This is definitely the most complicated episode of the 3, I would say, getting into the most issues. I did like Reina's little part there, playing in the distance right before just literally yelling out. So that was a great little burst of emotion we got from her. Because she didn't do too much in the episode. Like, overall, she hasn't been too active in the plot, really, for the most part. She had a little bit more talking with Kumiko in the episode, which is nice. So we're still you know, building that back up. So I'm sure she'll, yeah, be more of a participant in the plot at some point in the future. But for now, not so much. Also, there's some awkwardness between Kumiko and her sister, I noticed, so maybe we could work on that too. I don't know. I think that's more or less everything I got to say on the episode. Yeah, just this episode did a good job of just making it clear to the audience the kind of club we joined, the kind of issues they have, and we kind of have to work on that now. It's kind of the point. So, I'm sure Kumiko can handle it. So, yeah, we'll see how things go next episode, but for now, that's that. So, if you did enjoy this reaction, I do hope you click that like button and support me on Patreon and watch my other videos. So, bye-bye.